to stay healthy without drugs and vaccines. The eternal quest for maintaining health without drugs drives nutritionists to find out solutions from food as medicine. The healthcare practitioners may question this very quest to be an unnecessary endeavor, as they feel that they have a pill for every illness. But the big question is, are the pills free from side effects that linger longer after the ailment has receded? The quest for the alternatives to drugs is driven by three issues related to drug treatment. One is iatrogenic diseases caused by prescription drugs. The second one is the superbugs created by the indiscriminate use of antibiotics. And the third one is the nosocomial diseases that the inpatients of hospitals acquire during their stay in hospitals. Drugs can't be our first line of defense against diseases. Our innate immune system provides that defense from infections and viruses all the 24 hours. In case the invaders escape its scrutiny, nature provides the answers to tackle these marauders. When we look into the solutions of these drugs in treating infectious diseases, first comes sulfa drugs, then penicillin, and later on a host of drugs for every conceivable infection. Though these drugs saved us from several deadly infections in the first instance, overuse of some of these antibiotics resulted in several damages to the kidneys, liver, heart, and other vital organs. Hence, drug use should not be our first recourse to ill health. Are vaccines any better in preventing viruses? The answer is not an emphatic yes either. Vaccine champions advocate vaccines, stating that they work by stimulating immunity in the persons vaccinated. Exposing our immune system to the weak infectious agents like a flu virus or measles virus creates defenses to these viruses in our systems. It is partly true. Though these vaccines temporarily boost our immunity, they are not a real solution to the invading viruses. As Shane Ellison, known as the people's chemist, aptly remarks, our immune system is programmed to recognize foreign invaders coming through our biological front door, our nose, mouth, and eyes, not through back door, which is through our skin with a needle. Therefore, most vaccines fly below our immunity radar, rendering many of them ineffective. Vaccine history proves this is a shocking detail. Take the case of polio vaccine. Polio was one of the deadly viruses of childhood. It used to be called infantile paralysis, which paralyzed affected children paralytic for life. By 1953, polio vaccine as well as polio drops were developed, and both forms of vaccine were a big flop. As reported in medical journals of the times, the vaccine as well as the drops caused the same infection they were supposed to prevent, that is polio. Reuters News broke an article in 2007 with the title, "Nigeria Fights Rare Vaccine-Derived Polio Outbreak." This news showed how polio vaccine program ignited outbreaks in children in Nigeria, Chad, Angola, and Niger. As Shane Ellison has pointed out, the polio virus still exists today, but few of us suffer from it. Our protection resides in the same things that were responsible for its decline: a healthy immune system courtesy of proper sanitation and nutrition. Same is the case with the MMR vaccine, widely used to eradicate measles, mumps, and rubella in 1987. Instead of eradicating measles, it caused a widespread epidemic. As R. Mendelhausen in his book, How to Raise a Healthy Child in Spite of Your Doctor, and by R. M. Jacobson in Human Immunology, Warren, vaccinated individuals are 14 times more likely to contract this disease than the unvaccinated. The importance of vaccine failure has become increasingly apparent. Vaccines are bound to be failed because they work against the immune system and not with it. Protection from viruses and bacterial infections lies within us and not without us, and that is our natural immunity. We are in the midst of an ocean of toxins, both within and without, but our innate immunity provides us protection from the bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. Bacteria are the smallest organisms which live and multiply on their own. Viruses, on the other hand, invade cells and multiply from their own. Fungi are a little lesser than plants and exist in the form of molds and yeast. Parasites live on hosts. Our body protects us from these invaders from outside through skin and from within through stomach. Bacteria can survive only in neutral pH level. The skin with its acid pH level of 4.6 range will deter the survival of bacteria. In case for any reason the skin is unable to protect you, your stomach is ready to fight the bacteria with its lethal acidic environment. If both these barriers fail to protect us, we are likely to fall sick. At this stage, our innate immunity comes to our rescue and protects us from falling sick. How does immunity protect us? We should remember that health is our natural state and we call it homeostasis. Whenever there is a threat to its natural state of balance, the body releases its arsenal against the enemy troops in the form of lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are the cells that determine the specificity of immune response to infectious microorganisms in human adults. Lymphocytes make up roughly 20 to 40% of the total number of white blood cells. They are found to be in circulation and are concentrated in central lymph organs and tissues such as the spleen, tonsils, and the lymph nodes, where the initial immune response takes place. The role of nutrition in keeping the immunity at its peak. The simpler our nutrition, the better our immunity. All of us depend mainly on 4 basic ingredients on nutrition. They are clean drinking water, complex carbohydrates, proteins, and healthy fats. The healthy composition of our food plate should be 25% complex carbohydrates, 25% protein, and 50% healthy fats. The more they are organically grown, the better our nutrition. It is said that accidents occur in the best regulated families. Our health is no exception. In spite of highly nutritious food intake, healthy lifestyle may fall ill. Then again, nature comes to our rescue with its herbal remedies. Our kitchen provides these natural protective ingredients in the form of onions, garlic, ginger, and kalmegha, nalavemu in Telugu, and green tea. Onions and garlic are our immunity boosting treasures. The allium family of vegetables adds more than flavor to our diet. They add anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant compounds. The father of Western medicine, Hippocrates, described garlic, for protecting the skin. Both of them have been in use in our kitchens for centuries and keeping us in good health all along. Of late, we have lost touch with using food as medicine, but the right natural foods are truly our most effective remedies. Garlic exerts a wide spectrum of antimicrobial activity against viruses, bacteria, fungi, and worms. It not only builds immunity and prevents infections, but also eases upper respiratory tract infections. In 1858, Louis Pasteur confirmed its antibacterial properties. In both world wars, soldiers relied on garlic's powerful antiseptic properties to help prevent gangrene. Russian soldiers particularly depended on garlic so much in the battlefield that garlic earned the nickname Russian penicillin. Epidemiological studies have found that increased consumption of allium vegetables is associated with the lower risk of not only infectious diseases but also cancer and heart disease. They provide this protection through their organosulfur compounds, which are released when these vegetables are chopped, crushed, or chewed. Researchers have found out that these organosulfur compounds of these herbs have anti-inflammatory action and ward off infections. When we eat the organical sulfur compounds and glycoproteins in onions, those compounds work together with other micronutrients to improve immune function and prevent disease. Ginger. Chinese herbalists use it to warm the lung and stomach. Ginger is prescribed in traditional Chinese medicine for the common colds, flus, coughs, vomiting, nausea, and general digestive upset. Two of the pungent principles in ginger, gingerol and shogol, are believed to be responsible for a lot of medical effects. Ginger acts as a natural anti-inflammatory by inhibiting the release of prostaglandins and other chemicals in the body that promote inflammation and pain. Unlike aspirin, it does not have the damaging effect on stomach, liver, and kidneys. A cup of hot ginger tea every 2 hours clears sore throat as well as diarrhea. Kalmegha, also known as Andrographis paniculata or green chireta, is native to India and Sri Lanka. This plant is traditionally used for the treatment of common cold, diarrhea, fever from infectious diseases, jaundice, as a liver tonic, cardiovascular health, and as an antioxidant. Kalmegha was first known for its success in treating snake bites and overcoming malaria and dysentery. It is extremely effective for the infection of the lungs and strep throat. When combined with garlic, it removes blood clots and increases the number of immune enhancing white blood cells. Green tea. Tea is the second most commonly consumed beverage in the world. Green tea is the beverage of choice in Japan, black tea in the West, and oolong tea in China. All forms of tea contain antioxidant flavonoids known as polyphenols, but the antioxidant activities of polyphenols in green tea are believed to be stronger. Antioxidants protect us against free radicals, which cause several diseases including heart disease, cancer, and even aging. Hence, 2 cups of green tea a day keeps free radicals under control, reduces the risk of cancer, and helps prevent heart disease. To sum up, take a raw garlic clove and kalmegha with each meal. Together, they enhance the immunity. For pain in throat, take hot ginger tea every 2 hours. Sleep at least 8 hours a day. It rejuvenates the body. Eliminate the immune busters such as sugar, prescription drugs, packet foods, and bottled drinks, and improve your D hormone levels by getting some sunshine. Strengthen your immunity and be free from infections. This is I. Venkateswarlu. Thank you, everybody.